Godzilla evangelists. During the recording of our Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire episode, we found ourselves distracted with a very ape-related tangent. And, we ended up having a really good time. So I thought, what the hell, why not put out a little mini-sode this nonsense? So enjoy this silly little snippet. Donkey Kong versus Godzilla.
Donkey Kong.
A lot of people, when they saw the initial trailers and teasers, said this Godzilla and Kong are fighting Lanky Kong in this one.
Yep.
If you don't know who that is, I'll show you real quick.
Oh, that's him. Oh my god, he slimmed up a little bit.
That is
yeah,
Skarking.
that's him. That's also kind of the baby one.
Yeah.
That's true. The baby was a redhead.
That
well.
that ape is wearing a sweater. The way the orange ends on his arms, it's like an orange sweater.
Yeah, he's wearing a t-shirt and overalls.
I know, but the
hair was his arms.
What a great guy.
Can I go on a Donkey Kong tangent really quick? This is so
Sure.
But the only video game system I ever had growing up was the Nintendo 64, and it was actually after the GameCube had come out. So I was way behind. My parents weren't really psyched on us playing video games. The GameCube came out. My cousins gave me their old Nintendo 64, so I only had one in high school after the Nintendo 64 was really kind of defunct. And I played Donkey Kong 64, and it was one of the few games I had, and I was like, well, this is amazing. It's this huge world, and you can choose between any of the Kongs, and I played the whole thing, and it was long, and I remember just being like, well, obviously, in terms of the best games on the Nintendo 64, Donkey Kong 64, I mean, that's kind of a masterpiece. And then, well after college, as an adult in the workplace, people were talking about video games, and I was like, oh, N64, so good. Donkey Kong 64, and they're like, dude, that's notoriously bad. That's the one flop from this developer that made all these amazing games, and that's the one that everyone hates on. And I had no idea. And then it all flooded back to me, and I was like, oh right, you have to play every level 6 times once through with each of the different Kongs to pick up all of the bananas that are colored. So you had to you play a level, and then you have to go, okay, now I got to get Lanky Kong's bananas, and you switch to Lanky Kong and play the whole thing again. And I can see where that would be annoying, but it never dawned on me. As I was doing it, I was like, this is great, guys. What a good time playing this for the 8th time.
I love soaking up each level.
That's right.
Sam, once again, you and I have a deep kinship. That was my favorite game as a child.
Really?
I loved it so much. And I actually did play it a few years ago because I had never beat it as a kid, so I finally got all the way through it. I definitely see what people are complaining about.
Yes.
Because, the mini... This is such a tangent.
No. The thing where you have to beat the 2 mini games.
The mini game barrels are pretty annoying.
Yes.
And then switching Kongs too. Somebody suggested that the game would be a lot better if you could just press a button and switch to any Kong as opposed to having to run back to the barrels. And I was like, oh, that's true. That would be a lot less back and forth if you could just switch on the fly and have the next Kong.
And this is further sticking to this tangent, but is there a part? Do you get to the bad guy's lair at the very end, and you have to put in coins for 2 little arcade games? Did you have to beat 2 arcade mini games? That is
what?
Inexcusable.
Wait,
that's
a Pac-Man?
I can't. Yes, yeah. You have to play an in-game arcade cabinet of the original Donkey Kong game, and you have to beat it twice, I think, to get the coin.
Yeah, you have to beat it twice.
Which is nonsense. And then there's another a computer somewhere in the world where you have to play a computer game that was one of the developers' first games, and you play those, and you come upon them and you're like, oh, what a nice little Easter egg. If someone wanted to play these, they can.
They could,
and
it'd be cute.
Whole game. It would be cute, and then you play the whole game, and you get to the final boss battle at the end. A boss who kind of looks like Godzilla, sort of, a little bit. And you get there, and his door has like 2 keyholes that are shaped like coins, which is you basically had to beat those 2 arcade games in order to go in. Which you know what? I am getting angry now. That is nonsense.
Well, let me talk you down. It wasn't quite that bad. You could play the final boss and beat the game without them. However, the last 2 banana fairies were locked behind that door. So if you want to do 101% complete the game and get like the full ending, you would have to do that.
Oh, see, I don't think I realized that, because I definitely hit the point where I was like, I
Play
need to
those
beat the
video
final
games.
boss, and I have to play those. That's a little better. Okay, I'm off the ledge.
Talked you back.
You know what? All the rest of the haters for this game, though, they can back the fuck off, okay? Because it was, I'm sure that it was playing in the background of my childhood as well. My brother playing it, I just was not aware. And I didn't care to be aware.
Joanna, after this podcast, we're going to play you the Donkey Kong rap song that plays every time you do the game. Because that's
And I'll see if it brings
aged
back.
well.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
it's really funny, actually.
I cannot wait. Can
You
we
were
also...
too busy playing the Kid and the Music Man for the 5th time. To play
Well,
the
that's
video.
right. Playing every little boy in the Music Man. Thank you, Ryan. That's true. I was busy. Couldn't be messing around with these games.
Here we go. Performance for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you wanna clap. As we take you through this monkey rap. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt. He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of the DK crew. DK. Donkey Kong. DK. His cards got style, so listen up, dude. She could shrink inside the super move. She's quick and nimble when she needs to be. She can go through the air and climb up trees. If you choose her, you'll not choose wrong. With a skip and a hop, she's one cool car. He has no style, he has no grace. This car has a funny face. He can handstand when he needs to and stretch his arms out just for you. Inflate himself just like a balloon. This crazy car just digs his tune. DK. Donkey Kong. DK. Donkey Kong is here. He's back again and about time too. And this time he's in the mood. He can fly real high with his jetpack on, with his pistols out. He's one tough Kong. He'll make you smile when he plays his tune. But gremlins beware, 'cause he's out. Donkey Kong. Finally, he's here for you. It's the last member of the DK crew. This Kong's so strong, it isn't funny. Can make a gremlin cry out for money. Can pick up a boulder with relative ease. Makes crushing rocks seem such a breeze.